FEMA is accepting applications for financial assistance for COVID-19 related funeral costs. KAMR Local 4's Kaylee Green has details from FEMA, and here's some local funeral homes on what it means for families facing funeral expenses.
As of March 12th, people can apply for up to $9,000 in COVID-19 funeral reimbursements.
You know, for those families that have experienced COVID-related deaths, there are funds available that they can apply for.
To date, more than 700 people have died from COVID-19 in Potter and Randall counties. Amarillo Council member Place 2, Freda Powell, also works at Warford Walker Mortuary. She says this help is needed.
You know, during COVID, there were a lot of unexpected deaths that occurred, you know, which is very sad. Absolutely. For our city. And so all of the funeral homes in Amarillo have certainly been working together and have experienced it.
General Manager for Golden Gate Mortuary, Julian Reese, says they have hosted many COVID-19 funerals in the last year.
We've done a lot of funerals, too many to count due to COVID, but we were just honored that families trusted us to still give them a proper service and burial.
Reese says many of them different from the average funeral.
It's hard to deal with knowing that your family member passed, you know, by themselves in the hospital with the nurses, or had trouble as they passed away. So we try to make sure we give them the resources needed to cope and to be able to handle this part of the transition.
FEMA says it's dedicated to helping ease some of the financial burden, but there are limits.
That's why it's so important to get prepared. No matter the age, we've seen a lot of different age groups through this COVID. So it's important too to make sure you have a pre-need, you have life insurance, so your family can rest at ease when this time comes.
Now here are some of the eligibility requirements. According to FEMA's website, the death must have occurred in the U.S. and the death certificate must indicate it was attributed to COVID-19. They also say the applicant must be a U.S. citizen, non-citizen, national, or qualified alien who incurred funeral expenses after January 20th of 2020. We should note FEMA says there is no requirement for the deceased person to have been a citizen, non-citizen, national, or qualified alien. Live in studio, Kaylee Green, KAMR Local 4 News. Allie.
Kaylee, thank you. FEMA also encourages you to keep and gather documentation for COVID-19 funeral expenses.